What up, Wheatfield? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. If you're new, hey, come on in. Welcome to you too. My name is La T, and I'm a channel messenger, and this is the Tears and Wheat Tarot show, where you sure enough never know what you're gonna get. It's like a whole box of chocolates. You just never know. But that's just life. And today is September the 12th, 2023, and this is our late night, evening, good night message. Just wanted to pop in, check out the energy, leave a little message. Again, late night energy reading. See what's going on in the field. Yeah. How was your day? I hope your day was good. I don't know what it is that we're supposed to be pulling, but I definitely feel something. But I don't know what. We had a pretty decent day. We got out a couple of messages, about three or four of them. And I feel like they were pretty good messages. You know, hopefully they reach the person that they are supposed to reach. You know what I mean? It's just us kicking it with the alpha and the omega, the infinite intelligence, the breath of life, you know. Talking about issues and things, you know, breaking it up, chopping it up so we can get stuff up, get it up and get it out. So, yeah, it's all about growth. I see grief is underneath there too. We had grief, growth versus grief. That's the thing. Growth versus grief. We see acceptance too. Acceptance, and regret. Look how that grows. Growth versus grief. Acceptance versus regret. That's kind of coinky-dink how that just came out like that, huh? No. The Alpha and Omega say everything is syncopated. It is all woven together. And nothing is by chance. Nothing is by coincidence. Everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen. And that's funny because we just got finished watching Shrek Part 4. I am a huge animation buff. Like, I love cartoons. I do. I love animations. And so we've been watching the Shrek series. We watched 1 through 4, and today was Part 4. And if you've ever seen Shrek Part 4, you know that it's like Shrek signed a deal to go back into have a day to himself. Like, you know, I want to have a day when I'm just being me, you know, before I got into all these obligations and things like that, and kind of morphed into this new person, almost like having a midlife crisis kind of thing. And with that, he gave up a day of his life, but wasn't paying attention to the detail. He actually gave up the day that he was born. And him giving up that one day actually changed the dynamics of, like, reality itself. Like, the kingdom of Far and Away was held by somebody else, Rumpelstiltskin, who was hoarding all the power and all the money and all the resources. But Fiona ended up saving herself, you know, so she wasn't like, she was definitely changed and different. But everybody that Shrek was supposed to meet, like his soul tribe, he ended up meeting them anyway. And I thought that that was coinky-dink. And things ended up happening the way that they were supposed to happen. And it was fated. So they did end up falling in love and sharing true love's first kiss right in the nick of time. And they were able to, you know, have a new life, right? And but the funny thing is that Shrek was having a hard time adjusting at first to his new life. Like, so many things were different for him, like releasing his old self and shedding his old personality and stepping into the fullness of who he had become and having some appreciation for that. And he went through all of those new adventures, trying to get back to the old life and set things right. And lo and behold, fate would have its way. Round and around and around and around again. It made me think about it. Made me think about the here and now. Yeah. You know, Like, how is it that, we live so many different lives and manifestations, or if you believe in such a thing, that our timelines are kind of faded, right? Like, we have a job that we come to do, and the changing of such small things, right? Co-creation, right? In the spirit, and regeneration is here, you know. And I feel like, despite all things, every decision that we make, of course, is a part of that co-creation. The intelligence is working along with us and things are happening. But it always seems to turn out exactly the way that it's supposed to be. Like how all things tend to work together for the good. Yeah. There's something that needs to be cleaned up and set right, though. Because I definitely see growth, acceptance. We see new life, co-creation, and then regeneration is here. Like something is ending and restarting, or something that was there is ending, and grief and regret is here, and chopping wood. Or if we read it backwards from the end to the beginning, we see some things that needed to be cleaned up, some things that caused some regret. You can't change the past, and even though it's caused some grief, we see this regeneration that's happening, and then co-creation in the spirit. We see growth and new life, and then acceptance. And over here is indecision. Indecision, and then patience and empathy is there. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. I think that's very interesting how this is kind of laying itself out, right? The fact that, if we read it like they say, right? But it is said that the Alpha and Omega knows everything from the beginning to the end, and from the end to the beginning. That everything is fated. Like, no matter which choice you make, there's like a bazillion potentialities and limitless potential lifelines that we could lead or live, right? Lifelines that we could live out or play out, or realize, right? What we could realize. And every time we make a choice, it morphs the timeline just a little bit. But I believe that the fated end result will still come to pass. It shall. And even, like, I believe that it may not necessarily come in this particular lifetime, but I believe in one lifetime, because all lifelines are happening at the same time, that it will happen, because it is happening, and it's happening now. Very interesting. All that glitters isn't gold. I feel like sometimes we get caught up in like, I guess the best way I could explain it is like in scripture where it talks about how the fallen took the messenger up to the mountaintop and promised them, like, if you follow me or submit to me, then I will give you all that you can see, all that you could survey. And it was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So I'm only submitted unto the Most High God. Like, you can't promise me something that doesn't even belong to you in the first place, right? So, but they would attempt to do that, and it would be a lie, right? It would be a lie. It would be a trick, a manipulation. And so sometimes I think we get caught up in the falsehood, the fake, the mask, the glittery, the shiny, the tangible things of our life experiences, and kind of get wrapped around that and putting the importance on those things as if it is our purpose to attain that, versus attaining something more important like self-mastery and learning, or wisdom, or the fact that we are whole and we are complete. So for creation to realize that we are whole, that we are one, that we are to come to harmony and to unity, to learn and to tune our vibration so that we can come into alignment with the Most High and get on that frequency, raise our frequency to, again, tune that vibration, to tune our frequency. Alignment. Adjust your polarity. Adjust your polarity. Are you like a battery, right? Are you going to be negatively charged or positively charged? Which way are you going to go? Can you come to par with it? Can you come to balance? Like, it is what it is type of thing. And see how all things work towards the good. How they syncopate and come together so that the will of the Most High God, that which made all of us, will be realized. And I think that's a very interesting thing. Message, messenger. That's what we were just saying. How the messenger was taken up high and offered all of these things. And it's like, no. The message is more important because I'm here to deliver a message. So all the other glitter and glitz and glam and, things that don't even belong to you or that could never belong to me don't even matter. They don't. And I think about that in terms of accomplishments. Treasure Island. We carry the gift, the covenant, right? And we carry it on us and with us. Like we already have everything. Like this turtle has the treasure chest on its back. It's carrying it. As it's moving through the water, through the plane, it's carrying the gift. And inside of the gift, you see the face of the Spirit. It's already in there. And it lets me know that everything that we could ever want, we already have it. We carry it with us. Look inside the chest. We carry it already. I think that's so gorgeous. Anything else in here? Yes. There's no peace like home. No peace like home. Have a longingness for home. Yeah. Because, see, we know, again, I think we talked about that recently, anything else in here, that, you want this energy? Yeah. Why? What's the point, right? Why? The point is learning. You see how this energy is going to the book to figure out the why. You want this? Indecision. Either this or that, this or that. But no peace like home. Many energies that have been around here a couple times through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. When you finally, really begin to realize, okay, I'm back here and I'm in this manifestation, I'm in this lifeline, and start to remember and to recall you, or even just have the inkling, the feeling, and the knowingness that you're not from here, right? That you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Is that right? A human experience. We're experiencing conscious awareness, right? The ability to be consciously aware that we are, that it is, that all is, right? And to consciously experience the infinite possibilities of that. We see the Queen of Swords, somebody who can discern the truth. We feel the loss and being left out, I feel. But the ability to recognize, I think, is a thing. And I think maybe somebody, we see public recognition, we see victory and success, or being successful, and others seeing that success, coming back home successful. So even if this is it, that Six of Wands is not in the plane, right? When we return home or back to the spirit, it's returning with success. We see indecision down here, and now we see the Two of Swords, and that's indecision. Which pathway to take and being able to discern? Because one pathway is going to lead from loss or to loss, right? And that was something that the messenger knew. Like, you can't give me something that doesn't belong to you, right? And so I can tell that this is a false promise. You know, all that glitters isn't gold. It's a false promise. Just so funny that I'm using the gold foil tarot deck. And they knew what was most important, right? And how to choose. And I think that's a part of us learning, to learn what to choose, how to choose, and to discover what is most important. You know, to realize that everything is from the inside out and not from the outside in. You know, we choose things that would benefit the soul, that would exalt our soul, that supports learning and supports growth. And just like we talked about earlier today, that the best way to learn is through challenges and adversity. So we see the cleaning up, the sweeping up of things that may have gone wrong and things that may have caused us regret, things that we cannot change, things that have caused grief. But grief is the pathway. It's not just a pathway, but it helps us recognize what we should be grateful for, right? The ability to regenerate and to restart again. Even if we felt felt lost or left out or lacking of some sort of resource, we can choose based on the truth, knowing that all things that glitter are not gold, and we carry the truth and the promise within us. It is with us at all times. And to grow in that knowledge definitely gives us a new outlook on life, a whole new life, a whole new perspective. And then we can realize the truth as well, that we are always home, right where we are. That home is where the heart is. It is not a particular place. No, it is everywhere around you. And that's the truth. Again, a simple truth. A simple knowingness. Can you see it? Can you observe the kingdom of the Most High God around you everywhere? Can you see the Most High God itself around you everywhere in everything? Can you accept that the Most High God is in everything? The creator of all things, good and evil, accept that it is everywhere. And thy will be done. No matter the how, it shall. No matter what you choose, it shall be done. That is fated. It's fated. You signed up to do a thing, and it shall be done. Queen of Wands. Someone that is definitely spiritually tapped in, spiritually aware. Black cat sitting here with the wand, the staff, maybe sitting here contemplating the work that needs to be done and how she's going to carry it forward, how she's going to do it. Wand also signifies communication as well, right? Or preparedness. Like when we see the Page of Wands, we think about good news, somebody bringing a good news. We see the Ace of Wands and talk about divine inspiration or a gift from the divine, not just a coin, but like the work, you know, the mission the mission. Moses carried the staff because it was a wand, like the Ace of Wand, to say, this is the tool I will use to free people. And I feel like this Queen of Wands is going to bring a message in some sort that is going to free people. It is something that has been baked in, a gift that's been given on to her. And to use the discernment and choose to operate in the gift, to operate upon her spirituality and take that step forward, I think is amazing. Death, transformation, regeneration, transformed through grief, through regret, things being cleaned up and swept up to put you in the right way. Something from your past, something nostalgic, something that you had to remember, something that you had to awaken to. And the things that happened called you into remembrance. Something that you had to remember. Secrets, past hurts, calling you into remembrance, telling you that the time is now. Maybe you're challenged by time. You know, maybe the Spirit is saying now is the time, and you're saying time for what? Time to awaken. Yes, it's time to awaken. Time to get about the business. What business? The business of the Most High God. Yes. Isn't that what the last messenger said when people were looking? What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, why are you questioning me? Don't you know I have to be about my business? Be about the business of the Most High God? Can't be wrapped up in all that glitters and all that gold, all that's, these false promises and, what other people are going to think and their opinions and even the past me and what I'm going to think about my past self and the falling away, the shedding of my past self. For those former things shall pass and I shall be made new, given a whole new life, a whole new mission, but to choose it and to choose wisely. It might seem impulsive. It might seem new, young, right? It might seem risky. It's definitely risky to step out and work in spirituality in such a way, to do things that are so drastically different from the current day. People are going to look at you strange. They're going to be like, you dress differently and you look different and why are you operating like that and why do you talk like that and how do you do the things, why do you know and how did and you have to step away from self, from what you knew. What were you reared under? This is so different. I'm a different me than what I have come to know myself as. And to accept the mission, accept the calling to choose it again, willingly. A willing, surrendered vessel to be used as a messenger, to bring forth a message that's edifying not only unto self, but to other selves, to do the will of the Most High God, whatever that will may be, to accept it. Is anything else in here? No, beloved, no. But that would be a wish fulfillment. Maybe it's cleaning up the things that you thought were wish fulfillment. Maybe, you're in a pathway and you think like, oh, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what makes me happy. I'm very passionate about this thing. And maybe it's something in that that's really not. That's not it. That's not the thing. It's not it. That's not it. It's just another thing on the pathway to the thing. It's another stepping stone, another building block to the thing. It is better to do nothing than to do what is wrong. For whatever you do it to yourself. Somebody definitely is experiencing regret or has experienced, well, we all have. And we experience regret oftentimes because we transgress. Not only do we transgress against self, we transgress against other selves. Forgetting that we are one, like you're me and I'm you. And whatever I do onto you, I've already done onto me, right? If I lied to you, I've already lied to me. If I've spoken ill to you, I've spoken ill to me. But to bless you blesses me, right? And for us to come to the concept and the vibration, the frequency of wholeness, of harmony, of unity, that whatever again I do onto you, I've done to me. For it is better to do nothing at all than to do something wrong, because anything that I've done wrong to you, I've done that wrong onto me, and I don't want to wrong you. So I repent, and I give myself as a recompense. Offend no one, and yet speak the truth. Be clear and kind with your words, never harsh. And I've really been focusing on kind words. I've recently said some things that were pretty freaking harsh, and I think I talked about that on today. Like, one of my messages, I think, well, last couple of days, we've been talking about that. Being mindful of how we speak out, because the word is powerful. We are made in the likeness and the image of the Most High God. And everything was called by the word, made by the word, moving on the breath of life. And as I am animated and I'm breathing, this word is moving on the breath. This breath was gifted onto me to animate this vessel, right? And if I'm to operate with the word responsibly, then I am to be mindful of what comes out of my mouth, no matter what my emotional state is. Because my feelings are not my thoughts, and my thoughts are not my words. So to be sure that I am being a good steward over the word, I got to calm down and pull back. Pull back. Pay attention to my emotions and what I'm feeling in every moment. And be mindfully aware, again, self-mastery. To master myself in such a way that I am so dialed into how I'm feeling that I get to decide Two of Swords how I'm going to respond, that indecision that's down there without just knee-jerk reaction, to really get there where I can say, I see what's happening. I see it. I feel it. But I'm going to choose how I'm going to respond in every situation. Not only does that take some extreme discipline and diligence, perseverance, and we talked about perseverance earlier today. When your words are lies, where will your mischief end? Did we not say speak truth only? Speak truth. Kindness, never harsh. Because those lies and harsh words that I speak unto another, I'm speaking on to self. I call them back onto me. They will return onto me. But to call them back and ask them to be bound and to cast them down, to give a repentance, to give a recompense, and do what I can to correct course, is a thing. That's what Shrek did. He was looking to call back that contract, those words that he signed with somebody else, and saying, I give you this day, and gave away the day that he was born. And realized how it had ripped up everything, how it had changed the course of reality itself by his life being missing. Like it didn't matter if he was in existence or not. Of course it matters. Because you matter. You matter. You're very important. And every word that you speak is important. It has an impact on creation itself. One lie begets another lie, begets another lie, begets another lie. When and where does the mischief end? Isn't that the falling? Promising stuff that don't even belong to them. Anything else in here, beloved? No. Set your heart in doing good and do it over and over again, and you will be filled with happiness. Set your heart on doing good. And just because we set our heart on doing good doesn't mean that we won't make mistakes. We will. We're human. We're being human. We're spiritual. But we're being human. Anything else in here? No, you want to look at it? See the falling and uprising with great gladness. Be wise and awaken to the hidden truth. Be wise and awaken to the hidden truth. I believe that's what we said. To awaken to the hidden truth. The hidden truth of your past, of who you are. Past lifetimes, death and transition, regeneration, being reborn, renewed. In this new life cycle, who you are and who you are destined to be. What is your fate? To know that you carry a gift, a message, a promise. You carry a promise. You come with a decree. You come with a work to do. And it shall be done. Because the Most High God called you by its word. And its word shall not return unto it void. It shall not. You are a pixel, a piece of the Most High God itself. You are incredibly important and pivotal to the process of creation, remembering that it is one, that it is whole, that we are, and we are complete, and we are now, always now. There's no other time but now, and all things are now. Right now. The world, the cycle. Are all cycles now? Yeah, everything is now. Yes. Judgment. What is the why? Judgment. Judgment comes for us all. Action, renewal, rebirth, an inner calling. Yes, awakening. We said that. Awakening. A reckoning. Is it now? No. It is always. Because everything is always. We are spiritual. We are spiritual beings. We have renewal, hope, creativity, opportunities, faith, purpose, spirituality. We saw the Queen of Wands. We talked about that spirituality. Inspiration, optimism, insight, and intuition. We have spiritual love, pleasure, exaltation of your soul, balance, and healing. Healing. Anything else, beloved? No. Another card? Yes. Where would you like to go? Is it out? No. It's on the shelf. This. Get out some high vibrations since we spoke about that. High vibe. I hear a good vibration. 3530. Feel it, feel it. Come on, come on, come on. Sorry, y'all, that was Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Remember that back in the day? Now he's just Mark Wahlberg. The brother of Donnie Wahlberg from New Kids on the Block. Are you the new kid on the block? You want this? This one? No, this one. For hard times. Hard times that we saw down here. Having a hard time with the situation. Imagine that person, people, or event being surrounded by sparkly, white, loving light. Make a cocoon of love around them or it. This changes the energy around circumstances. Plus, it changes you. You want this? You want it upside down? Buzz, beep. Bring awareness to your day. Being aware every day, all day, in every situation. We said that. Every time you hear a beep or a buzz from your computer, take a conscious breath to be consciously aware that you are breathing, that you are animated, that you have the breath of life with you, that you are co-creating, and you get to choose. You get to choose no matter what is going on. You get to choose. People are not mindfully aware. I'm not always mindfully aware. No. I get lost in the moments of the day and forget to stay consciously aware that every decision, every reaction, I am co-creating. Every word that I speak. Love sensations. We talked about emotions. Let's see what it says. What's the message? You want this? This one? This? Think about someone or something you love. Feel that love and grow it. We saw growth underneath there. Grow it as big as you can. Hold that love in your body. Yes. What does love feel like to you? Where do you feel it in your body? Notice the subtle nuances of love. Notice the subtle nuances of love. The subtle nuances of light on a voluntary escape. The great gift of breathing, of smell, of taste. To hear, to feel sensation, to be aware and feel your emotions, no matter what they are. To know, have a knowingness, a sight of something greater beyond where you are. To see the Most High in everything and everywhere. To experience it consciously aware of the experience. Knowing that I'm connected to all things. The 8 wonders. The longer you hold the sensations of love in your body, the longer they stick around. Even when you're going through the hard times, again, to feel depression, anger, anxiety, jealousy, envy, all of those things are blessings. They are. They give you a clue into self. And if you are working to master self, then you can look and see, I feel jealous, I feel envy. Be clear and honest with yourself. Truthful. and figure out where does it come from. See it, observe it. Where did it come from? What is the root of it? And flip it. Root it out. Offer it up unto the Most High God. I have these feelings, I have these sensations, and offer them up. Return back unto me that which I need in order to be edified, to grow, to be stronger, to learn. What if statements? What if that was the whole point? Just to do that, to master self. What if that was the point? If you are a pixel and piece of the Most High God and you master yourself, isn't that the Most High God continuing to master itself in every capacity? Each one of us, a pixel, mastering ourselves. Creation would master itself. And then that which is begotten or born from the Most High has mastered itself. Is that not harmony, unity, come into alignment? I think. Positive change. That definitely would be a positive change. The opposite of an intuitive thought is a self-critical thought. That's what we just said. Dig into it. Why not be introspective and look at self for the sake of self-mastery? Whenever you put yourself down or think you are not good enough, reframe the statement. Did we just say flip it? That we could do that? Yeah. For example, turn I am not good enough into what if I was good enough? Didn't we just say what if? What if statements? I mean, we literally put it back in the deck, but I'm pretty sure that's what we just said. Turn I'm not very smart into I'm doing my best. Or kindness is my strength. Kindness is my strength. Yes. What are some other positive statements can you think to reframe the self-critical thought? My emotions are not my thoughts, and my thoughts are not my words. I recognize my emotions, and I get to choose how I think about them. Then I get to choose how I call my reality. I get to choose how I potentiate. I get to choose how I manifest. I get to choose how I co-create with the Most High. Inspiration. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. And see the falling and uprising with great gladness. Be wise and awaken to the hidden truth. What is the hidden truth that we just said? That the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Does that say Buddha wisdom? Does that say from Buddha? Offend no one, and yet speak the truth. Be clear with kind. Be clear with and kind with your words. Never harsh, never confusing, never chaotic. Clear. You are clearly calling your life into reality. You are calling it into existence. Positive change. When your words are lies, where will the mischief end? But if we set our heart in doing good and do it over and over again, diligence and discipline, yes, you will be filled with happiness. That's definitely a positive change. Conscious awareness. Following the spirit. For it is better to do nothing than to do what is wrong. For whatever you do it to yourself. 45 on the phone. 45 even. 4500, which equals 9. 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Head over heart decisions, maybe. Lovers, Alpha and Omega, or just you and your highest self, could be. Page of Wands. Bringing a message of good news. Yes? Anything else? Yes. What would you like? This one? We're going to fall back. 45 on the phone. 9 and 9. Trust the wait is here. That one to slide out. Just when the caterpillar... Do you want to read that? Just when the caterpillar thought her life was over, she began to fly. Renewal, regeneration, new life. Brace the uncertainty. When nothing is certain, anything is possible. You are transforming. Transforming what? Into your highest self. A creature of the low to a creature of the high. There's something else in here that was turned the wrong way. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. What you believe is what you will create. You can do anything. What you believe is what you will create. You want this? You want this? This one? Mirror. As within, so without. Have compassion for yourself and others. Everything is a reflection. When we change, everything changes. Believe in yourself and believe in your dreams. What you believe is what you will create. You can do anything. And again, the mind is everything. What you think, what you believe is what you will become. So make an adjustment. Pay attention to how you start and end your days. From the beginning to the end, from the end to the beginning. Create a healthy routine that inspires and balances you. Challenge. Why? Because we must master self. We must be consciously aware that we are co-creating our life, our experiences with every word that we speak. Trust the wait. Just when the caterpillar thought her life was over, she began to fly. Spread those wings and fly. Take off. When nothing is certain, anything is possible. You are transforming. Either you have transformed or you're resisting the transformation. Resisting. Shrek was resisting his transformation. He was kind of sad to let everything go. The former things, the things that were no longer him. He missed them. His older self. The identity. I'm abundant and I attract everything that I need. Maybe some people don't believe that. That as within, so without. You know, that everything comes from the inside out. And if you don't believe that, then you can get caught up in the all that glitters scenario. Somebody promising you things that they just can't provide. Way back when, early in my channel, you know, I made a mention of singing love songs unto the Most High God. And I sing love songs unto the Most High because the Most High is that which could perform all those things that we sing about in the love songs. Make it last forever. Nobody can do that but the Most High God. Make it last forever, ever. Don't let our love in. Y'all know how I sing like ain't nobody listening. Don't let love in. Look, can't nobody do that but the Most High God. Because you're going to pass. Or you're going to leave in some sort of way. I think marriage vow says until death do you part. And people get divorced all the time. Just saying. No matter what you think about divorce. But it happens. People are going to pass. We have a life where this humanly flesh, this vessel is going to pass away. It's going to expire. And we know not when. But the Most High God is forever. It is everlasting. That is the only thing that can make it last forever. So all of them, I sing them songs unto the Most High God, that which could actually perform the work, because everything else is just glittery. It just sound good. Make you feel good like some warm and fuzzies, but it ain't real. The Spirit is what's real. The Spirit is everlasting. Yes. Anything else in here, beloved? No. Any energy? No. Okay. Anything else? Yes. This. We got the Rebel deck, y'all. Ancient shit is cool. Maybe you need to do some yoga. We was talking about changing your vibration. We was talking about the Buddha too, that Buddha wisdom. Do some yoga. Ancient stuff is cool. You know, it's so much that we have forgotten to remember. Make it rain. Money. Ooh. Yeah, everybody talking about make it rain. But it's not about money. It's really not. Again, that's that all that glitters. You know, everybody putting so much emphasis on the material, on the physical. It's not about that. Money for me is currency. It's flow. It's a tool. It's what we use to experience other things. You know. You need a good fucking cry. Get your ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. Most High says you need to purge. That's a challenge. You know, I feel like somebody's been through a lot. It just hit me in the kingdom, in the gut. When I felt it, I heard it says you've been through a lot. And to go through the process of awakening is very difficult. It's very difficult. It is. And you might just be up in your head. Get in your heart. It misses you. You know, all of this stuff that you've gone through may have put you in your head. And it says, get some fucking sleep. Maybe you need to rest. 53:31 on the phone. I was about to say 51:33. And it clearly was not the right time. Get some sleep. You're being an ass because you're fucking tired. Challenged with not getting enough rest. Maybe you're pushing too hard. Spirit say yes. Moving too hard. Pushing too hard. Moving too fast. We talked about remove the rush earlier today. And watering yourself. You know. You need some fucking yoga in your life. We just said that. Spirit wanted this card back out. You need some yoga in your life because ancient shit is cool. And maybe somebody doesn't believe in it. They don't. Or they're not doing it, you know. Maybe shame, regret, guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive. Let that shit go. Let it go. Get out of your head. You know, do something to release the tension in your body. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here the fuck it is. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. Get it done. Like what? Getting some rest, doing some yoga, taking care of yourself, getting the fuck out of your own head, letting some shit go, releasing, forgiving. Get that shit done. Put the to-do list down for a second. It's certain things that you have to do, yes. But for the most part, give yourself a fucking break. I keep hearing you've been through a lot. Give yourself a break. Maybe you're challenged by the signs that you're getting. That little voice inside of you, listen to that shit. You got a feeling. You just can't shake it. Intuition. Anything else? Any other cards? No. Is there anything you'd like to say? Yes. The Most High God, Alpha, says, give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug. A big, big hug. Hug yourself. Love on yourself. Give yourself a break. Give yourself some nourishing and some self-care. Give yourself some forgiveness. Release shame and guilt. Do some yoga. Get some sleep. Drink some water. Get the fuck out of your head. Forget about making it rain and getting the bread and getting the money. Maybe you just been working too dang on hard. Everything starts in the mind. What you believe you will create. It will come to pass. It can. Believe in yourself and make adjustments, right? Trust the wait and look in the mirror. So within, so without. Everything on the outside is within. The abundance that you see on the outside that is in creation is also within you. It is. And that's the good news. To come to grips with you and your highest self, to make a head over heart decision, más o menos, right? That everything that glitters is not gold. What's really important? What is this Nine of Cups? All of that emotion and all that flow. Not treachery and deceit and malice. No. Are you able to make the judgment? Are you able to follow your spirit and make the judgment call? Are you able to discern? Are you consciously aware of the positive changes that you need to make and embrace the hard times and understand that your emotions are a warning system, and to have them, any of them, is a blessing. Having a hard time with a situation, imagine that person, people, or event being surrounded by sparkly white loving lights or light, or better yet, think about it as self. What if that is you? Because it is. Offend no one and yet speak truth. Be clear and kind with your words, never harsh. For it is better to do nothing than to do what is wrong. For whatever you do it to yourself. So set your heart in doing good and do it over and over again, and you will be filled with happiness. Forgive yourself even over and over and over again, 70 times 7. See the falling and the uprising with great gladness. Be wise and awaken to the hidden truth. Be wise and awaken to the hidden truth. That you've come for a reason. You've manifested in this space, in this time, for a particular reason, to do a specific thing that is not just risky. It's not. It may appear to be, but it's not. It's divine timing for you to do a thing that you've chosen and discerned to come and do. You made the choice to come. And again, that is the truth. This isn't your first time around here. It's not. You've been reborn several times. You may seem like you're left out, but you're not. It could be just the trials of the chosen. Feeling like no peace like home, longing for home, forgetting that you carry a message, you carry a gift, that there's a work. You might have been caught up in the things that glitter, the materialism of life, or just feeling sad and hurt about shedding the old life, things that needed to be cleaned up, right? Things that you had to release and let go of. Do you want this right there? No. What do you want right here? Okay. I was wondering why I couldn't put play. And people have regret and grief over the things that have to fall away. But we do good to accept them so that we can grow. And we make the choice to do it. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Seeing with this, not this. Because somebody has a feeling that they just can't shake. They do. It's this. Your service. It's your service. That little voice inside of you, listen to it. It's calling you into service. But again, you may be afraid and you may be worried. But the Spirit says, trust, 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 and know. Trust what? That little voice that's inside of you. Because you definitely have a feeling that you just can't quite shake. And I believe that the Most High said that that was it. Can I put this right here? Yes, thank you. Well, guys, 10252 on the phone. This is your girl Lottie here at Tears and Wheat Tarot Show. Well, you sure enough never know what you're going to get. Bringing you just a little late night message from the Spirit, the Alpha and the Omega, which called and gave me my decree. Calling, I answered. Yeah, in the Spirit. Stepped up and said, I will go. Yes, I will do it. And the work shall be done. Because what the Most High said shall be. His word will not return unto it void. It shall not. But it shall perform that which it was sent. It will. And no matter how many lifetimes it takes for me to do it and get it done, I believe this one will be it. We'll get it done. It's all happening now. It is. And the victory is already won. We've already achieved it. My mind says we did. I know we did. I know it. I know it. 6 of Wands. I'm going to return victorious. And it's going to be seen. It's going to be known. The Most High God is going to see it. It is. And it's going to be recognized. And I glorify them for sending me to do the work. And I glorify in every opportunity, every experience. Because it teaches me to do what? Master self. Just this little bitty piece, a pixel of the Most High itself. And I love you the same as I love me. Because you too are a piece, a pixel of the Most High. The Alpha and the Omega, called by its word, moving, animated by the breath of life, connecting me to all things, everything. For we are creation, and we are whole, and we are complete. There's nothing broken, and there are none missing. This one's done, y'all. Till the next time. Ashe.